Hello everyone, so we'll start now. Welcome to GDSC IGDTUW orientation event for the newly welcoming batch. Hello everyone, I'm Vani Chiskara and welcome to IGDTUW. I know college life is not what you expected, but in these hard times we had to resort to online mode. But it would have been great to meet you all offline. But with the enthusiasm, let's start the orientation event. Pooja, can you go to the next slide, please? So you can go on slido.com and enter this pin. There's a small activity for you guys, so you can do that. Just go to slido.com and enter this pin that is visible on your screen. That is 369950. There's a small word cloud poll for you that we're hosting. So it's a small activity for you. We'll wait for 2 minutes for you all to join slido.com. I hope a lot of you would have joined by now. So can we go to the poll, please? Pooja, next slide. So I would like everyone to tell what all do we expect from our GDSC IGDTUW orientation, like in one word only. Like for some of you, you might be thinking that okay, how can this help us? Some of you might be thinking that you know that session would be informative for you. Some would be thinking that you will gain something new from it. So what all do we expect? Okay, someone is asking for the code. Just wait a second. Code, I'll tell the code again. It's 369950. Okay, so the poll is launched right now. You can answer it there. In one word, describe your expectation from GDSC IGDTUW orientation. And I can see answers coming in. It's exposure, informative, guidance, mentorship, coding, and dhamaka as well. Okay, surely it will be dhamaka. And someone is asking about membership. Okay, you'll know that in the orientation. I can see informative as the word which is being told the most, and then coding, exposure, skilled, knowledgeable. That's good, guys. Keep it coming in. We have 148 now. Okay, now 150 plus answers. That's great. That's great. Be interactive, guys. थोड़ा कुछ अच्छा unique सा भी सोचो ना. Everybody is copy pasting informative now. Lol. Think of something unique as well. Okay, growth. Yeah, you'll grow here a lot. Opportunities as well you'll get. Professionalism, amazing journey, something exciting than classes. Definitely, it's much more exciting than classes. Goodies. Lol, you'll get goodies too. We have a lot of things planned for you. Okay. So Pooja, now next slide, please. Okay. So the core of it, the essence of it, like what is Google Developer Student Club? For you, I'll just spell out the, definition that you've been seeing everywhere, that it is a Google society backed up by Google and it's a developer society, right? It's for college students who are passionate about building solutions and learning new technology and giving something back to the society. But the whole essence of it, like what we actually do, we'll present a short video to you so that you can see it and understand for yourself then what is Google Developer Student Club. Like these clubs are all around India. There are more than 300 clubs in India only, and there's a worldwide network of these clubs. But what we do here is something that you'll see in the next video. Would you next slide, please? I hope the audio would be good to go. Mm. Oh, the audio, I can't hear it. Can you check before presenting? Okay, there's a small technical glitch, but it's all right. Guys, wait for a few seconds before Pooja is back with the presentation. These small hiccups happen, but doesn't matter.
I was saying that the audio, it's can't be shared. I think there is
Okay,
a
it won't be.
machine only. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So in that case, what we can do is drop the video link in the chat box so that the people can see it in the end, right?
Sure, we'll do that.
Yeah. Okay, so we can move to the next slide as well. But guys, do see that video because it's very inspiring. You'll see people from all around the world building solutions for their own community. Like there's an example from Indonesia that the students of college, they are building an app. So like then whenever there's a flood in Indonesia, the local community can be alerted and then they can go to the safe points. So think about the problems that exist around you and build solutions to that. This is all about Google Developer Student Club, and you learn new technology here. Like let's suppose you want to make an app, but you don't know how to. So we'll guide you to learn Flutter, we'll give you resources, we'll guide you to learn about Firebase, we'll give you all the resources and guide you as well. So it's all about the guidance and the mentorship that we give here. Pooja, have you dropped the link? Let me check. Okay, she'll be doing it in a while. So till then we can move to the next slide. Okay, so you must be thinking that how is Google Developer Student Club unique? Like you have numerous technical societies in your college, right? There's a lot of them, but how can you like differentiate Google Developer Student Clubs from the rest of it? So some of the societies focus only on competitive coding, some only focus on DSC, while some only focus on mentorship. But what's different about GDSC IGDTUW is that we focus on everything that you can ever ask for. We host hackathons, we do boot camps, we have projects as well, and we hosted a open source day previously as well, and we do a lot of open source, and we have workshops about new technology, we do hands-on workshops, and then we also host Google backed up programs which are Google Solution Challenge and Google Hash Code. Also, not only that, we have an event called GDSC WOW, in which the 350 GDSCs of India, they all come in collaboration and they host a week-long event for you where you get the chance to increase your technical exposure. We'll meet people from all over India, participate in competitions with them and compete with them. And also during this process, you get a chance to network with your fellows, learn more things from them, and you'll explore a lot more. So these events are hosted by us, and this is all that GDSC does, and it's way beyond because this helps you to increase your exposure to the people who are your fellows, and it helps you to network around India. Also, it's a very good boost for your resume because you compete here with thousands of people. Okay, Pooja, next slide, please. So I have talked about Google Solution Challenge before, and you all must be wondering that it's such a competitive and prestigious competition by Google. But what actually Google Solution Challenge is? So in the next slide, we'll tell you about that. So Google Developer Student Club Solution Challenge is an annually hosted challenge by Google in which the Google team gives us a set of problems to solve, and it is open for all the university and college students who are a part of GDSC of their university. And usually this problem set is about the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of UN. So this year also the solution challenge is about to begin, and we'll soon have an informative session about that where I'll explain everything in deep and what all you need to do in solution challenge, how you need to brainstorm a new idea by seeing one of these sustainable goals and develop a fresh new app with brilliant ideas. So we'll have an information session about that soon, but right now we'll skip to the good part. And next slide, please. So let's meet our team who keeps the wheel of GDSC running effortlessly and smoothly. So hello everyone, I have introduced myself before, but I'll do that again. Hello everyone, I'm Vani Chiskara. I'm the Google Developer Student Club IGDTUW lead for this year, and I'll be interning at Microsoft this coming summer. Also, I have been an outreachy open source intern in the past, and I have been a part of numerous societies in my college. Also, I have been a virtual Grace Hopper celebration scholar. So that's about me. We can now move further to the other introductions. Okay, so Pooja won't be able to unmute herself, but Pooja Gera is our technical lead. She's an amazing person with all these fresh new ideas brimming inside of her. She'll also be interning at Microsoft this coming summer. And she's an amazing person. Like, you can always go to her with fresh ideas and new ideas. And she's a hackathon specialist, guys. Okay, next up we have Nishtha. Okay, even Nishtha is not able to unmute. I mean, this WebEx platform is quite unusual. But Nishtha Goyal is our management lead and she's an upcoming intern at Google. She's the best person you can go to for management. Like, she has been an MLS fellow and she has been a Google Step intern as well. Like, the amount of things she juggles together, it's too much, man. Like, she's my inspiration, if I'm not lying. Okay, next. Then we have our Abhigya Verma, like our outreach lead. She's the person behind the social media account you see. And she's a very good person. Like, you can always go out to her for tips and as well. She has a YouTube channel as well. And she is also an upcoming intern at Microsoft. Okay, next up. Next up, we have Sanskriti Agarwal. I hope, Sanskriti, are you able to unmute? Okay, she is not able to unmute as well. I don't know why WebEx is all with these glitches. So she's a media lead and all these wonderful designs that you see on our social media, she's the genius behind that. And if you ever want to know how to be a design wizard, you can always go to Sanskriti. She's amazing. Okay, next up, we have Gunjan. Gunjan, can you unmute?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are, finally.
Okay. So hello everyone, I'm Gunjan Gupta. I'm the open source lead for the session 2001-2022. I have started my open source journey a year back. So I have been involved with many open source programs for beginners, for intermediate. I have been a participant as well as a mentor, and I love to contribute to open source projects. So that's all about me.
Okay, Gunjan, now the stage is yours. Like, you can go on with the other activities that we have planned.
Okay, so we have a small game that we want to play with you. You have to just guess the logos that will be appearing on the screen, and you can drop your answers in the Q&A section. So let's start. Okay, so these are the rules of the games that we are going to play. So a logo will be displayed and you have to guess it as quick as you can. This is not so simple like just the logo. We have just blurred the logos, and the first person who will be answering the logo will be receiving a point, and the one with the maximum point will be the winner. So let's play. So you can drop your answers in the Q&A section. Okay, great. Oh, we have so many answers. Okay, that's right. That's Google. Okay. Great. We can stop now. Let's move to the other one. Okay, so great. Everyone has written. Okay. So yeah, right. It's Meta. Oh, okay. Let's move to the next one. Microsoft. Yes. Okay, we have an answer. Cool. The Q&A section is flooding with answers. Okay. Many Microsoft cases. Okay. So let's move to the last one. Yes. Okay. Okay, we have already got the answer. Mozilla Firefox, correct. So these are some of the organizations you know very well, which are have their projects for you. They have open source their project, means that you can contribute to their projects and change if you have any development for their project. So these are some of the organizations that lets you participate in numerous projects. There are a Summer of Codes organized by them, like Google Summer of Code is very famous. Uh, so we have the projects for these organizations, all open source for you if you want to contribute in them. Can we move to the next slide, Pujati? Okay, so many of you are not well versed with the open source, because as a beginner we are always confused that what is open source, what it's all about. Okay, so then let's get started with the open source term. Basically, open source, okay, free source. Open source is a term that is originally coming from open source software. What are open source software? They are publicly. Am I not audible?
You're audible, Gunjan.
Okay. So, open source software or open source projects are some codes and projects that are available out there, which you can see publicly, and you can modify them if you want, and if you can change them according to your own needs. That's the beauty of the open source projects. That I see them like, if we are dealing with a project and if we don't like a thing in them and we want to change it, or we want to modify it, or we want to customize it according to our own needs, we can do so. So that's all about open source software. Pujadi, next slide, please. Okay, so what are the perks of open source? Next slide, Pujadi. Okay, so many of you will not be very familiar with the open source term, but there are many fellowships, there are many open source programs that give you lots of swags, lots of opportunities. Some are stipend based too. Open source again, please, I can't get it. Any example of open source? Okay, so open source is something, any project or any code that is available publicly. Like, if you know some of the open source programs out there, like Google Summer of Code has many organizations related to it. So Google Summer of Code present very great projects out there. They are available publicly, and you can modify them or design them according to your own needs as you want. So that's about open source. Any example of open source? Like, we have many projects that are open source: Red Hat, Google, Meta, and React is an example that is open source. So what are the perks of open source? Basically, you get a lot, you get a lot of opportunities. Some programs provide stipend too. They provide an internship along with stipend. So these are all the perks of open source that you can get if you are really interested in this domain. Next, society. Okay. So yes, I have already covered this, that some open source programs provide stipend too. They provide an internship along with the stipend, like Outreachy and LFX, and there are many other programs which are listed down on our GitHub page. We'll send you the link soon of our GitHub repository, and you can check from there. Okay, so that's the basic question. That's the most common question that all the beginners have. How do I get to know about these programs? You don't have to panic so much, or you don't have to find. We have a list prepared for you. We have got you covered. We have your back. And we have listed down all the programs and the opportunities on our GitHub page that is on our repository. So we will provide you the link to our GitHub repository, and you can check all the programs, all the details out there, and you can research about them and then participate in any one of them you like. Next slide, Pujadi. Okay, so we have our link here also. If you don't have to worry, we'll provide the link to in the description, the chat box, and to your groups also. Next slide, Pujari. Okay, so what we have for you are open source weekends. We have an open source weekend previous month, and it was a great fun event where we have the whole weekend with us, and we do fun things like we learn about open source in a fun manner. We have some speakers too, and it would be a great one if we will be organizing it maybe the next month or so. So we have month of code, we have collaborated with the Winter of Code, and there are mentors from Script Winter of Code as well. So we have great speakers for open source guidance, and they will be mentoring you with various sessions. And I'll be taking a session too if we have a free slot soon, and we will be well versed with Git and GitHub codes. Okay, so we have many exciting sessions and opportunities for you. So stay tuned. Next slide, Pujati. Okay,
So hi
so
guys.
I'll hand over to Vanidhi.
Yeah. So hi guys, I'm back. And since you all must be wondering that okay, what all perks do I have on joining GDSC? Like what all would I get? So we have a lot of things planned for you, right from the mentorship sessions that we plan to conduct about the new technologies that you can get introduced to. And we also have some mentorship and guidance about how to excel in your first years and all the programs that you can explore, all the technologies that you can explore and get started with. Like a lot of you must be wondering that, okay, what is GitHub? What is WebDev? I don't get even a single word about it. But don't worry, we've got you covered, and we'll soon organize these sessions where you'll get all the information that you need to get into this world of technology and dive deep in. So don't worry guys, and sit back and relax. We've got you covered, and we'll host these sessions soon. So you'll be knowing about these sessions from us, and how to know, you'll know in the next slide. Okay, Pooja, next slide, please. Okay, so the moment has come for which you have been waiting for. A lot of you have been asking me, like, Didi, how to join the society? Will there be an interview? Will there be a test? There will be no such sort of thing, guys. I'll tell you how to join. So, next slide, please. Okay, so guys, I'm sharing the link to join the chapter. There's this GDSC IGDTUW chapter on the Google Developer Student Club's website, where you can join us and get to know about each and every event that we host. So I'm sharing the link with you. There's no such prerequisite to join. You just need to create your account there and join us, and you'll be getting reminders about our events and every single thing. Also, we all do have some perks for you if you join. So just wait a minute. I'm sharing the link and then I'll tell you about it. Just a second. I hope you are able to see the link that I'm sharing in the chat box. So here's the chapter link. I'm dropping it in the chat. You can all go and join in, and you can then register for our events whenever there's an upcoming event. Like you can see in the screenshot as well that we all have a list of upcoming events if there are any. Also, next slide, please. Yes, I send all of this on WhatsApp as well. Also, in the end, I'll share the WhatsApp group as well, because some of you were not able to join before and I had to create a fourth group as well. So we'll do that. Okay. So joining the IGDTUW chapter will have the perks that you will get to know about our events that will help you boost your technical and soft skills. Also, the members who are most active and attend the most events, they'll be getting a virtual Google badge from us. So this badge, once you attain it from us, once you achieve that, you can flaunt it on your Google developer profile. Like even I have 4 to 5 badges and they are very precious to me. So once you are active here, and in the end of the session, that is in April or May, we'll share the member badge with you to the ones who are most active. So guys, do make sure that you're active on our platform and engage in our events and attend them. It's not just that you can register and then we won't know that you haven't attended. We all have the count of the attendees. So you need to join that. You need to join the chapter in order to be a member, because if you won't join, that you won't get the link to our events and you won't be able to RSVP. There is no such prerequisite to join. There won't be any kind of interview. There won't be any kind of test. You just need to be a member for the, on this chapter.